Sorry, in order to watch this video, you need to wait 5 seconds, then click here. What's the point? What is advertising really doing for us? Let's start with a detailed explanation and work our way from there. According to Mashable.com, advertising is the communication relayed from companies to persuade an audience to purchase their products. This communication is usually through various forms of paid media, TV and radio commercials, print ads, billboards, and more. Recently, product placement. Ads are placed where advertisers believe they will reach the largest, most relevant audience. Commercial businesses use advertising to drive the consumption of their product, while nonprofit organizations may place ads to raise awareness or encourage a change in behavior or perception. Speaking of product placement,
Listen, we need to have a talk about Vanderhoff. The fact is, he's the sponsor. And you signed a contract guaranteeing him certain concessions, one of them being a spot on the show.
Well, that's where I see things just a little differently. Contract or no, I will not bow to any sponsor.
I'm sorry you feel that way, but basically it's the nature of the beast.
Maybe I'm wrong on this one, but for me, the beast doesn't include selling out. Garth, you know what I'm talking about, right?
It's like people only do things because they get paid. And that's just really sad.
so this is the basic idea, however, very misleading. Robert McChesney, who is an American professor at the University of Illinois at Urbana-Champaign, explains that a whole new paradigm for media and commercialism is being formulated in which traditional borders are dissolving and conventional standards are being replaced. Let's take a look at one of these new models, a model I would call hyper-commercialism, which is when you increase the amount of advertising and mix commercial and non-commercial content. American Idol is a prime example of that. Forbes ranked American Idol as the most profitable of all reality TV series. It was estimated that it netted the network more than $260 million in profits by the end of the third season. That seems awesome. Fox made a ton of money in their summer season, which is rare for broadcast television. That depends on your viewpoint, though. Is hyper-commercialism ethical? Well, what is commercialism really doing for us? Let's use television as our prime example. Some believe that it's not entertainment. In fact, some believe television as a whole isn't entertainment. Coleman McCarthy, a professor at Georgetown University and the University of Maryland, believes that television does not exist to entertain us, it exists to sell to us. So, how is this affecting us? How is this affecting our youth?
The well-known belief that TV turns your brain into mush hasn't been scientifically proven, but a new study shows too much TV could be linked to antisocial behavior. So how much is too much?
Let's imagine on average a child spends 25 hours watching television a week. That means that child has spent 260 full hours, or the equivalent of 6.5 weeks of 40-hour per week shifts, just watching commercials. This is just a theoretical analysis. However, these issues have caught the attention of many others, especially Anna Rhodes, who catalogs at least 8 different instances of marketing abuse to children. The most outrageous case I read was McDonald's advertising on children's report cards in Florida. Talk about desperate. So then why do it? Why have such a heavy influx of commercial content saturating our market? Transmedia storytelling is why. So, what is transmedia storytelling? Is it just the abuse of commercial and non-commercial elements? Some would think so, however, that's not the case. Henry Jenkins, Provost Professor of Communications, Journalism, Cinematic Arts, and Education at the University of Southern California, debunks what transmedia storytelling is and isn't. The major point that Jenkins makes regarding promotions in transmedia storytelling is that transmedia allows gifted storytellers to expand their canvas and share more of their vision with their most dedicated fans. So, although some shows may seem like a form of hyper-commercialism, there are times when it can be confused with transmedia strategies. The best example of this would be the Marvel franchise.
Director Fury, I think it's time.
You here with a mission, sir? Trying to get me back in the world?
Trying to save it.
which heavily have integrated transmedia storytelling into their media outlets. It's heavily promoted, however, it serves a purpose and connects multiple media outlets together. So, to sum up everything, advertising is a delicate balance of promotion and marketing strategy. When you go too far one way, it becomes hyper-commercialism. When you use it properly, it becomes an integrated channel amongst multiple platforms, being transmedia storytelling. Hyper-commercialism doesn't work. Transmedia storytelling does. In the words of Marshall McLuhan, nothing follows from following except change. I'm Jason Carubia, and thank you for listening.